So our first aircraft will start taxiing out to the runway now, which will be the, let me just double check, the F-22. And we do have a fairly wide range of static display going on. We've got the Thunderbirds, the Red Arrows, the Diamondbacks, F-18, F-14. We also have A-10 to the Typhoon, also F-15. We also have the C-17 Gripen, F-16, there's an E-3, a B-2. There's a MiG-15 parked all the way out over there, and we also have our tanker selection over here, as there was no room for them on the right-hand side. So currently taxiing out, we have two F-22s. I'm guessing one was the display one, and the other one is the spare. So they're just taxiing out onto the runway now. Sound does seem to be working. And there we go, the first aircraft to depart the RIAT showground. Now on the taxi is the Typhoon. So he's just going to hold for just 5 minutes while we wait for the F-22s to clear the airspace, and then we can move on. So after a very large entertaining weekend with 2 days of air shows with up to 20 odd aircraft flying, altogether on the ground at the moment there was about 40 aircraft. It's currently just before the F-22s took off. There was about 40 to 42 aircraft on the ground, and they plan to be on the ground for hopefully the rest of the show. Don't know about server despawn limit. So Typhoon is cleared to taxi onto the runway, ready to start its departure. And there we go, the Typhoon has rolled and flies off to complete its departure from PTFS Royal International Air Tattoo RIAT. Now up next, we'll turn our faces towards the Diamondback display team on the ground as they get ready for their departure. So we go, the Diamondbacks are rolling. So each aircraft has a 5-minute slot, just like how we said would happen for arrivals. So this gives them time to taxi out. We are running early, which is perfect, which means they can take off and do a flyby, and then they are able to clear off back to where they originally departed from, to come all the way over to RIAT. So a bit about the Diamondback display team. This is their first air show ever. So their first public appearance and their first ever appearance at RIAT. So we are very delighted to have them for their first air show and their first debut appearance at the Royal International Air Tattoo PTFS. It has been a pleasure seeing them fly. So with our 1x1 scheduled departure, bit of a wing wave there. We saw one go vertical, a wing wave, and one that done a roll at the end of the runway. So we're seeing plenty of different manoeuvres over here. And the final one to the part, doing a high performance takeoff. And as we currently wait for them to come back in, we have the A10 going up next, ready for its departure. Rolling in from our left-hand side, the Diamondbacks display team in the diamond formation. A great pleasure to have them here at the RIAT and seeing their display for the first time here, hopefully not the last. Very nice. So hopefully on the roll now should be the A10. So a very big weekend of flying we've had. And
no movement by DA and on ground, by the way.
Okay. We've got 5 minutes for him anyway, so possibly might have to get someone else to take it. So everything that you can see on the static display at the moment is everything that has or probably should have flown in the RIAT this weekend. Most of the aircraft that you see have flown, like the F-18, the F-14, the Red Arrows. We saw the A-10 do a display. We also saw all the tankers fly, so the KC-1, the KC-135, and the KC-707. So something very special indeed to have all the aircraft flying on static display ready for their departure. We'll move on to the next aircraft because the A-10 doesn't seem to be going. So we'll give me a minute, we'll get this sorted out. We'll get the F-14 going then, ready for its departure. And we'll get that out as soon as we can. Actually, no, A-10 is moving now. There we go, the F-14 is on the taxi as well, ready. So we got two aircraft moving on the ground now, ready for their departures. So the A-10 on the runway now, and the A-10 rolling. The A-10 giving us a nice wing wave goodbye to salute its departure from the PTFS Royal International Air Tattoo. And then lining up and getting ready for its departure is the F-14. Come back in for one more flyby, the A-10. Once again saluting with a wing wave and a flare dump. There we go, the F-14 is now going for its departure. Now we're gonna skip the RAF Typhoon display because we don't have a pilot here for him at the moment. So what we'll do is we'll get the JAS 39 up, so the Gripen, and that will be able to do its departure now. So probably by the end of this evening, you'll probably see that the whole parking area, or as we like to call it, the pan, will be completely empty, all aircraft gone from the RIAT, and they've all flown back to their home bases where they've come from, or maybe flying off to their next air show. And it will be until next time where we'll probably see all these aircraft again, or possibly different, for the next RIAT that will come up. So we are running slightly ahead of schedule by about 10 minutes due to we are having fast departures, so it's looking good at the moment. So there we go, the Gripen on the runway, ready for its departure. And there we go, the Gripen has gone for its departure and is circling back for a final flypast by the looks of it. Bit of a flare dump there. And off it goes. So the next aircraft to depart is the English Electric Lightning. Now, it hasn't flown this weekend, so we don't know if the pilot's here for the aircraft itself. So that might end up remaining on the static display line for the time being. Now the F4 Phantom will taxi out and hold just near the end of runway, just so we can see if the English Electric pilot will come along to fly. If not, it's fine, we'll get the F4 Phantom out straight away. So we can hear a bigger aircraft running just slightly in the background. That'd be the KC-1 with its engines on. So it can get very noisy during departures due to all the aircraft and the pilots starting up the engines, getting ready to roll out, getting ready to take off and clear from the airfield. So we are hearing startup sounds now from the B2. And actually the pilot has just arrived the English Electric Lightning now. So we'll keep the F4 holding there while we get the English Electric out as quickly and as smoothly as possible to keep things running on a decent time. So a old recovered English Electric Lightning this is. It's been restored back to flight worthy conditions and repainted as it looks to be in the old RAF colours. We also do have another RAF aircraft which is not another RAF aircraft. We do have a few RAF aircraft dotted around. So as of the Lightning, taxiing out now, the F-35B, the Reds also. So on the runway now, the F4 is rolling, sorry, not the F4, the English Electric Lightning is rolling. Its departure is now. The double stacked burners are a unique design for any aircraft, in fact. And off it goes. And there it is, just clearing off above the RIAT airspace. So we're going to get the F4 to taxi onto the runway now and just hold out while we wait for the English Electric Lightning to clear the airspace. So we've just looked, the English Electric has cleared the airspace and the F4 is rolling. There we go, the F4 has made its departure. And we'll move on to the next aircraft, which will be the MiG-15 to depart. So as you can see, the static display that was set up is slowly getting smaller and smaller due to all the aircraft departing from the RIAT now. So on the roll now is the MiG-15. That's going to do its departure. Then the next thing to depart after the MiG-15 will be the Su-57. So the MiG-15 is on the roll. And there looks to be an F-16 rolling as well. The F-16 isn't due for its departure till 17:45, so he will be holding out for a long time. Richard, how do I join? To join the Discord, you need to click on our profile, and then you need to join. If you go to PTFS, the server is now only open to airshow pilots who are flying their departure aircraft out. So the server is not open to spectators or any viewers or photographers. It's just me, the cameraman, for filming the departures, and the airshow pilots who are flying their aircraft out for the departures. So there will be no spectators or viewers on the ground. It's all pilots that you see running around, making sure their jets are ready. Most of them can be ground crew as well. We don't really know because we can't see the user name tags, so we can't tell who is who and what is what. So there we go. The MiG-15 has just departed. The Su-57 is on the roll now and is ready to take off. So we're just going to get the Su-57 to hold out on the runway as we sort stuff out. And just wait for the MiG-15 to clear the airspace at a safe distance. So we have cleared the Su-57, the MiG-15 is out the airspace, and it is rolling. And there we go, out goes the Su-57. Now, if I am hearing correctly, it sounds to be a Chinook in the background, so the Su-57 is going to come in for one more pass. And the Chinook is rolling to the runway. It's not rolling, it's hovering. There's a waver out the back to signal the departure. Chinook coming along crowd centre. Froggiers, can I join? Yes, if you click on our profile, go to our channel, go to our bio, it says join the PTFS RIAT. If you click more, you'll be able to join the Discord via there. So the Chinook facing where the crowd line would be during the air show. Taking a nod or a bow. Very common move via the Chinook or any helicopter that displays. It clears itself off for departures. So next up to depart is the red arrows. So they'll be departing now. Is on go. Flaps 1 go. Red 1 taxiing now. Oh, that's a point. It's my bad. If I just invite up the pilots. When is the next RIAT and how do I become a pilot in it? So the next RIAT will either be within the next 2 months. We try to plan a monthly. And to become a pilot, you have to join a Discord server. You do a pilot application, and then you'll be able to become a pilot for the airshow. And brakes on. Reds, smoke test, smokes on, go. Still all in the white. Red, smoke off, go. Reds, check, take off, 1 check. And reds rolling now. So as the reds depart, they'll form up into the 5-hour ship, do an overhead entry, and then bank off to signal the end of their departure. Flaps go, gears go. And coming left now. Red smoke on, go. Colours go. White smoke, go. And coming right now. Red smoke off, go. And Reg, you are clear to respawn. So next up on our list is the C-17 for departure. This is the Qatari Air Force One. So the engines seem to be on the C-17. We're going to get the camera back into position. And the C-17 is taxiing. So it did look to see the ramp and the door was down. And now it is up while taxiing. And then after we have the C-17, we'll then have the UH-60 Black Hawk. And then we have the first of the tankers. So off goes the C-17 for a straight out departure. The Qatar livery on it, very nice. The most detailed C-17 we've seen in a while at a RIAT. And showcasing there the cargo ramp extending on the back of the C-17 as it flies out. As it comes for its departing fly past. Bit of a flare dump there. And off it goes. And there is also a person on the back of the ramp. We didn't notice that, but now we have. That is a very nice detail. Great to see. And they parachute out. So now rolling out is the UH-60 Black Hawk. That's good to go for a straight out departure. And then we'll have the KC-1 taxiing to the runway. Now, there's only 9 aircraft left to depart our show round here. There we go. UH-60 has flown out. And the first of the tankers is taxiing. PTFS Plane Spotter 1, can I join? Yes, you can. If you go to our channel, the Discord link is in the bio. If you click join the PTFS RIAT and then click more, you'll then see the link in the bio. So there we go, flying out the KC, sorry, not the KC, the UH-60, and on the taxi now is the KC-1. The oldest tanker, no, not the oldest, the oldest one actually, I believe, is the 707. By the way, I'm the biggest PTFS active streamer. Very nice. We do try to stream actively during the air shows, but the air shows only happen once a month. But we will be getting a hopefully highlights video. I don't see the Discord link. If you go into our channel, it's in our bio, where you can look at like our homepage, our shorts, our videos, our lives. If you click on that, it should just say just below our name or our title, join the PTFS RIAT. If you click more, the Discord link should pop up and you can join via there. If not, I'll actually jump into the live chat now and I'll post one up. So one of the moderators of our stream has just said they're going to put one up in the description of the video, and I put one up in the live chat so you can join via there. So departing now, the KC-1. The 707 is sat there for some reason. That's not meant to be departing for another 10-15 minutes. A bit of a wing wave from the KC-1. It backs out to the right. And then we got the B2 and the E3 taxiing out. It looks to be most of the aircraft are all going one by one in a very long line. So the KC-1 coming in for a drogue down fly past to do its send-off from the Royal International Air Tattoo weekend.
You on? Can we kick name, please? He's bugging out aircraft on taxi and he's currently bugging out my F-18.
Just gonna give us a minute here. And then next to depart is the B2, so that's rolling onto the runway now, ready for its departure. But how I join? Are you on about joining the game or joining the Discord? Because if you're trying to join the game, so if you're trying to join the game isn't open to spectators or any viewers. Due to this, it's just the pilots departing their aircraft out of the air show. So the game isn't open to anyone except the pilots. So off goes the missing piece in the sky, as many call it, the B2. You don't get it. Why? It's because during the actual RIAT departures in real life, which we try to base it off, they do allow a few spectators onto the showground, but for our concern, so we just have to worry about the pilots at the moment. We just get the pilots into the server and the spectators can watch via the YouTube link. can you become a pilot? Yeah, if you have joined the Discord server, you're able to do an application in our applications channel to then become an airshow pilot. You then get that role, and then you get access to the list for the next airshow when it is posted. So the B2 has left the airspace. The E3 is on the runway. It's ready to roll. We can partner if you want. Yeah, if you get in contact with one of our owners, we will be more than happy to sort that out for you. So on the runway now, the E3, and over comes the B2 for the final fly past. Yes, Flightline HD, yeah. We recently done, so the Red Arrows team that just departed, recently done an air show for them. So yeah, I am in that server. Off goes the E3 Sentry now. Doing a high performance takeoff. And dipping it out over the top. And then the F-18 will line itself up on the runway ready for its departure. Now, the E3 seems to be circling back for its final fly past. So, keeping things running very smoothly. We're getting the aircraft out one at a time now at the moment. So a very big wing wave from the E3. That's very nice. And doing a very steep bank out there. So we're just going to wait till the airspace is cleared. Or not, the F-18 is going to roll now. So the F-18 coming in for a final pass. Something that the Thunderbirds call a dirty pass. We got the landing hook down, or the arrestor hook. Landing gear down, flaps down. And flared up there. And there we go, the F-18 has completed its departure. Now got the F-15 going. We're going to ask it to wait on the runway for its departure before we get, just so we can clear the airspace of the F-18. Then got the 707 taxiing, and then there is the F-16 getting ready to depart. So the airspace is cleared. Off goes the F-15. PTFS plane spotter 1. I may have very nice. We will get the owners to check through that when they can. And there we go, off goes the F-18, so that's going to clear the airspace now, and then we will get on with the next load of departures. So it's coming in back around for final pass. Then we're just going to wait for the F-15 to clear the airspace, then we'll have the KC-707 go. So now we have the 707 going. Now we have an F-16 on the roll for its departure. As the 707 comes in for its final pass. Very nice. So just going to wait for the F-16s to clear the airspace, then we'll move on to the next aircraft to come in for their departure. So the F-16 is clearing the airspace now, and then we'll get the F-35s rolling. So we go, departure from the two F-35s. And then we'll have the next tanker start rolling, which is the A330 MRTT for its departure. And the F-35s look like they're lining up for something. PTFS plane spotter 1, if you're on about joining the server, you will not be able to now, due to it will be it's coming near the end of departures, plus the it's only open to people who have an aircraft, like I mentioned in the show. So A330 MRTT. What is your aircraft? We don't select the aircraft for you. We put out a list, and then you do an application for the aircraft that you like that is on the list. It's based on a first-come, first-served basis, and when your aircraft gets accepted, you then fly for the air show. We then give you a date and a time, and then you just show up at that date and time, do your display, Each solo spot is about 5 minutes. We give duos and trios about 15 minutes, and display team, which we can class as either 3 or more aircraft, they get about half-hour display time. So we've got the MRTT taxiing out now. Bit big for our smaller runways. No, you can't select the plane now. We put out a list, and then once that list is published to the airshow pilots, you then pick the aircraft from the list that you would prefer to fly, and then from there you then get given a time slot on a day of the airshow, and then you will perform that slot. Just playing stuff 404. May I join? Yep, the link is in the live chat if you scroll back through, or there is a link in the video description or in our channel bio. So the A330 MRTT departing now. And deploying the hose and drogue unit. So the KC-135 coming in for its final flight past. And there goes departing from RIAT. And now we have the Thunderbirds. So we've just got word in, do we have a PTFS server link? I mentioned earlier that no one will be joining the server because it's only for the people who have aircraft flying in the flying display this weekend for departures. And then this is the last load out now, so you might as well stay on the YouTube as they depart. I've been let known of their plan, and this is the final departure of today. So you can see 6 aircraft. So these are the Thunderbirds. You got 6 of their aircraft lined up, ready to taxi. The one on the far left-hand side is their photographer aircraft, or some may call a spare jet, depending. So there we go. Thunderbirds lining up on the runway now, ready for their departure. The ones holding short are the solos, and the one holding behind the solos is the air-to-air photography aircraft. So they're rolling now. And there we go, here goes the solo takeoff. And then we have the chase aircraft or the camera air-to-air aircraft taking off just behind. So there we go. They're departing. Now they're going to come in and do their little bit of departure bit. They have a signature departure style. To tell you the plan, they kind of come in for a delta fly past and a fly past over the crowd. Savin, hello. So as you can see, just out into the distance there, the Thunderbirds are forming up into a delta formation. This is a formation of 6 jets. 5 acting as wings, 1 as behind. So coming in now for their signature departure style, the Thunderbirds, and the final departures of RIAT. PTFS Plane Spotter, to be honest, it looks like you don't care about the part. We are caring about the partnership. We are sorting out partnerships at the end of everything today. And there we go. There's the Delta Burst from the Thunderbirds as they finish their departure at the PTFS Royal International Air Tattoo. To reply to that comment there, we do care about the partnerships. We are looking for partnerships. We're just really busy at the moment due to obviously we had to focus up on everything for the departures here today. We're looking more into the partnerships tonight, so that will all be sorted. So if you are in the server, just give us a DM. Tell us about what your server's about. Send us a little bit of what you do, and I'll be discussing it with my RIAT team. PTFS Planes will send you a DM. Cool, I will be reviewing that. I am going to be heading off for dinner after this because I am ready. But other than that, this signals the end of the full weekend for the PTFS Royal International Air Tattoo. We had Friday arrivals, Saturday Airshow Day 1, Sunday Airshow Day 2, and Monday departures. We've seen every aircraft possible for departures here today, and we wish all the pilots their safest journeys back to the airbase, or from where they've come from, or on their way to their next air show. But from us, we will be posting the highlights video soon. You can expect it within the next week or so, week or two. But other than that, thank you for watching. And from us at the PTFS RIAT, thank you, and good evening, and goodbye.